Hello, welcome to a very loud car. I hope you can hear me. I am currently picking the F40 up and taking it to London to have its annual service. It's been a while since I've driven this car, and the main reason is it doesn't live in London with me, because it lives up here near Oxford, and I generally just come out to Oxford, take the car out for half an hour on some good roads, and then put it back and go back to London, rather than, I don't really want to drive around London. But whilst I was in here, I thought I'd give you a little bit of roundup of what is going on with all of my cars and all that sort of stuff, whether anything's coming, going, a bit of an update really. To be honest, a little sneaky preview, it's not much is changing at the moment. So at the moment, I've got the M2 as my daily driver, and I love that. I did a video recently of 10,000 miles in the M2 and really talks about the pluses and minuses of that car, but it still fits my needs quite well. I would possibly change it for something a bit more comfy for longer journeys, as I sort of have, if I want to drive a sporty car, I've got a couple of those. It still does quite a good job of being a car that does everything, but also you can take to the track for a bit of a hoon if you want, and it's not worth as much as my other cars. So I wouldn't, obviously I wouldn't want to damage it. Hang on a minute, just wait for some turbos. But other than that, it sort of ticks a lot of the boxes. I don't know. At the moment, I don't see that going anywhere. Then we've got this car, the F40. I keep umming and ahhing about whether I'll keep it or sell it. I think I still really enjoy driving it. I just don't enjoy driving it that much. As an investment, I think it's still probably pretty good. And it's a weird one, but if I sold it, I don't think I would ever buy one again, because I don't think I would ever sort of be able to buy one again. You never know. The whole entire market might crash and it might come crashing down again, but I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have this. I don't think I'd ever get this one back. It's pretty great. But at the moment, it's going to stay. In the future, I don't know. My old 911, my back date, I drove that up here today. I just did a little swap in the space that this lives in, and that's about to have a service as well. That car, I love it. I really do like driving that car. And if there was one car of all the cars I own to say, oh, you're going to go on a little road trip somewhere, or I've got to go, loads of my friends are getting married at the moment and go to a wedding, or any of that sort of stuff, is that car, because it's really evolving. It's really fun. It's just a fun, characterful looking car. It's a great colour, and it makes driving at normal speeds more fun. Whereas all of the more modern stuff is just not as fun at road speeds. They're different if you were driving on track, but I don't drive these cars on track very much. So that's staying. The only thing I could see that being replaced with at some point in time would be something similar, like maybe a more refined version of the same thing. But at the moment, I'm really happy with that car. It's great. It's sort of modern enough. It's had the suspension done, it's got a decent speaker system, like all of that sort of stuff. So that, I think I'll have an old 911 in my garage or something similar for the foreseeable future. GT3 RS, my Gen 2 997, I haven't driven it very much. I did the MOT recently, and I just haven't driven that car, which makes me feel like I should probably get rid of it, because I don't drive it. But then I did a track day with Topaz invited me onto track day. There's a video from that, and it's just a wicked car. And I went to Lotus this week and drove an Exige and an Evora on their track, and I really loved driving the Evora. Actually, the Exige was good, but I think it was a bit too physical for most driving, for what I've sort of looked for, I think. But this is a super physical car as well, so that, similar sort of thing. But the Evora I really loved driving, and it made me think, I don't know what the sort of compliment I could put it. I really, really love that car, but the looks of it aren't quite right for me. But as a driving experience, I would say it was very similar to my GT3 RS. And having driven a new GT3 recently, the new GT3 doesn't give me that same feeling and the steering feel and the involvement of the manual and all that stuff as as the 997 generation GT3 RS. And it's not a case of you need a car that's more capable. That car is perfectly capable in terms of actual using it on a road. Like, cars are just getting too good. So would I replace that? I thought about replacing that GT3 RS with a GT3 when they came out, but I didn't get an allocation, so, whatever. But I love that car, but I just don't drive it very much at the moment. So what I think part of it is I had the exhaust go back to stock. When it had a warranty renewal, we had to swap the exhaust back to stock, and you just don't quite get as much excitement out of the car as it is. So I'm probably going to put the exhaust back on, but in the meantime, that enabled me to take it to the track a little bit. I hope you can hear me. This thing is so loud. So GT3 RS, I don't know, might stay, might go. I don't know. I would love a car in my garage that's just a really comfy GT cruiser. Things that, potential things that might be considered could be something like an F12 or a Bentley Continental or anything that's sort of comfy, a bit cool, and you can do lots of miles in. Because at the moment, my town miles most of my miles are in town, so it doesn't really matter what you're in at that point in time. Just a bit comfy would be nice, and a decent sound system. So most stuff does that job pretty well. But then the rest of it is I'm driving up and down the country to racetracks or whatever. So I'm going to get in a different car or a race car. So the last thing you want to do when you've been racing around all day is get in something that's a bit difficult to drive or anything like that. So after, for example, one of my friends drove his Caterham 310R, which I love driving that car, by the way. That was one of my favourite cars in the last 5 years that I've driven as a driving experience in the time I drove it. But he drove that to the Silverstone 24-hour Citroen C1 race we've just done, and which meant at the end of the whole thing, after being not a lot of sleep and all that, hang on a minute, So he had to, after this 24-hour race, he had to drive back to London an hour and a half, 2 hours in his Caterham, which I couldn't have think of a worse car to drive down a motorway in there. I think it rained a little bit. So there's, horses for courses, but I would love something like that. But I also feel like I've got too many cars. I would love to just have one car that I drive day to day, and then one car that does pretty much all the sporty stuff that I want to do, road trips, whatever. Just cut down on those decisions, really. And then the final car I have is my Radical. So my Radical SR3, which is a race car. And at the moment, I don't think I'll be racing that anytime soon, because the costs have just got so expensive to race. It's just really expensive. And I've done a bunch of endurance racing recently in cheaper stuff like the Citroen, and driving the Citroen. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do with that, but it was just a lot of fun, and it's like a fifth of the price of racing the Radical, and you get a lot more driving, a lot more competitive driving, because, for example, in the Citroen race you had 100 cars in our class. 100 cars. So you're always dealing with one car or another, overtaking, whatever. The Radical is a wicked car to drive, but it's just super expensive. So I think what I'm going to do at the moment is going to do a bunch of test days. At the moment, I'm not really up to pace in that car. I'm not punching for the top 5. So I'm just going to get my pace up in a high downforce car, and hopefully I'll get better as I get better at driving. Maybe I'll do a couple of races and see if I enjoy it. But I'm not going to sell that car at the moment. It's not losing a lot of value or anything, because race cars only really lose value when they get driven. It's more like hours driven rather than time owned, and the car hasn't been replaced or anything like that in terms of down the evolutionary line. So that's about it. That's my garage. At the moment it's all kind of saying the same, but as I said, I don't know whether you can hear me at all in this car. It's so loud. But as I said, I don't think I'm going to change anything. However, a GT or more comfortable daily, something that I can do make those long journeys to the track or cross country or wherever I'm going to go, take some photos, all that sort of stuff would be quite nice, and that's sort of where I'm angling forward to. But that may mean I need to get rid of my GT3RS, which I love. I love that car so much, but at the moment I just don't drive it, so in reality it's got to go, I think. I don't know, I love it too much, and I don't think there's a better car in its bracket. But do I need a car in that bracket? I don't know. It's just an all-time great car, 2010 GT3RS. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully you heard something of that, and enjoy the next video.